Welcome back to WIS News Primetime. You know, they say that the heart and soul of any family exists in the love shared between every member of that family. For One Midland's mom and dad, they captured the heart and soul of their family in the form of a very special line of socks that are being sold for a very worthy cause.
After unexpectedly losing their son Carson back in 2009, Marie and Kevin Hancock founded My Three Socks and established Carson's Cause in hopes of changing the lives of children in need worldwide.
We are so delighted to have them in our studio tonight to share more about their mission. The founders of the company and parents, Marie and Kevin Hancock. Glad to see you both.
Thank you
so glad to be here.
Thank you both for being here. Marie, I want to start with Carson because the heartbreaks that we experience are so pivotal in terms of our faith journey. Right. And what we learn in the dark, we share in the light.
That's right.
Tell us about your Carson.
He was such a special little boy. He was 6 when he passed away unexpectedly, but God packed so much life into those 6 years. A lot of people have told us that he probably lived more in his 6 years than people do in their 80s. He was just full of life. Never met a stranger. Would go around our church high-fiving everybody. And when he passed away unexpectedly on December 12th, 2009, it felt like our heart was breaking in two. The hardest thing I've ever been through. I didn't know pain like that existed, but God is so good. And he walked us through every step of the way, and we walked by faith. Sometimes it was minute by minute, sometimes it was second by second, but we never thought we would be at the point where we are today, that we can smile and talk about Carson and celebrate him without crying or tearing up. He was just a wonderful little boy.
It is an incredible testimony.
Yeah, is that one of the messages that you give to parents who are going through similar circumstances or people who are walking through grief, is the whole idea that something good, something positive can come out of it, even though you don't see it at the time? Yes,
we love to show people that are grieving, that have just lost a child, that you can get to the place where we are. We were there where they are at that point, but with God's help, we can show them that down the road, they're going to be okay.
Yeah, what God did for you, he will do for them too.
That's right.
Kevin, believe it or not, going through that led to this whole vision for this company, but I call it a ministry, really, because when you talk about My Three Socks, I mean, every aspect of the way the socks are designed and now the reason that you're selling them, just tell us how it all came together.
Well, I was looking through my sock drawer one morning. It was probably about 4 years ago. And I found 10 individual socks. And this was a God thing. I mean, literally out of the drawer. So I'm pulling out 10 socks and no matching pair, and it just hit me. I wonder if I could start a company, call it My Three Socks, after my three sons. Obviously, the movie or the show, and Carson, Connor, Caleb. And then it's almost, it just kind of, it just went from there. And Marie was involved with a children's home and her father for years, and it hit me. Buy a pair, get a spare, help a child, show you care. And I'm not a real smart guy, but so I'm saying God did give me that. And then it just kind of went from there. Because I remember telling my sister, and I'm sorry for saying this, but I have to, but I said, I think I'm going to start a company, call it My Three Socks. And she goes, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. So that really motivated me, because when somebody says you can't do it. But so it took about 3.5 years to really get it to fruition. And at first it was just kind of like, you know, kind of fun thing. But Lord, I mean, we persevered, and the Lord helped us, and we, like I said, about 3.5 years, and our first sales were in March of last year. So we're just doing it on the internet now, and, you know, just trying to grow the company. Yeah, it's one of those things, too. I imagine that when that idea hit you, you knew that this is what you were meant to do and what you were obliged to do. You felt like it was a divine thing. It definitely was.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we want to talk about this mission and show some pictures and video that you sent us actually just today about a mission to help children who are in need. And all people can do to help with this mission is to buy some socks.
Buy some socks.
Buy some socks. We'll have more with Kevin and Marie right after this.
All right, welcome back to WIS News Primetime as we continue to learn more about My Three Socks and Carson's Cause with Marie and Kevin Hancock. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, but you guys have a big project going on here, renovating a church that's going to be a safe haven. Explain this.
Well, we wanted to give to a mission, and I actually went and talked to Paul Goff, and Paul actually started this school about, I think it was like 18 years ago, and we approached Paul, and again, it was a God thing, and they are trying to raise money to do the children's home, and they took a church that was built in 1887, I think, and they have already got everything ready. They've got enough for 10 children in this home. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be giving 5% of our proceeds for every set of socks that we sell to the children's home there with Paul Goff.
It is absolutely beautiful. Yeah. You're looking at some of the images of how they've renovated this home. It's ready to receive the children. They just need to raise, Paul said that they need to raise about $150 to cover the operating expenses, and different churches adopted the rooms and decorated them. So it is truly a safe haven. And Marie, when you look at these socks, it says walk by faith inside the ankle.
Yes.
It says dream big. And when we look at the mission at that church where they are going to have children to lay their head in a safe place and to have their faith fed, it is all in honor and in memory of Carson.
That's right. That's right. We wanted to do something after Carson passed away. We wanted to do something special in his memory to honor children and to honor his memory. And so we came up with the Carson's Cause. And so we are so excited. And one thing I love about the children's home that is built, that's the old church, is in every child's room, there's a stained glass window in between the twin beds.
Yes.
Where I just can imagine a child coming in so scared and lonely and, you know, missing their families, and they can look up and see that stained glass window with a scene from the Bible.
Goodness.
And I just feel like that would just, you know, just make them feel so comforted.
It will.
And they can feel God's comfort through that.
Listen, and I hope you all noticed the stained glass windows in the video we showed just a moment again, but I want you all to take a listen to what Pastor Goff had to say about this project.
Phase 2 is the phase that we're in now, and that's this building that you're in. It's the old Wedgefield Sanctuary. It was built in 1881. We were able to refurbish it and turn it into an orphanage cottage, and it consists of 6 rooms. It has 10 beds in it, so we'll be able to house 10 orphans and be able to raise them up in a Christian atmosphere, be able to give them a safe, warm, home feeling environment.
Just incredible. Looks like an amazing place. How do people get involved? How can they get their hands on some of these socks?
Well, basically right now we are online. We're new at this, so you know we're dependent on a lot of people helping us online. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, and we just got in not long ago in Simpson's Hardware on Westmark.
Wonderful.
And then we're at the Columbia Country Club. So we're just trying to kind of get it going. So
you can go to our website. It's www.my3socks.com.
We got it up there on the screen, my3socks.com. Buy 2 sock sets. You get those 3 pairs of socks. You get the free shipping if you buy more than 2 pairs, and the heart on the bottom on the sole. I mean, the meaning and the cause. And again, 5% of all the proceeds are going to help make sure these children have a safe haven. Kevin and Marie, thank you
for
being
so
such a
much.
blessing to so many.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks for all you do. We appreciate it.
And these are
Thank you for
soft
having us.
socks, y'all. They're very soft.